Welcome to Aaron Plays. In this episode we will be doing turn 8 for the French, the Bataille de Hanau. There are a total of 12 turns in this particular scenario, so with 8 there's 5 effective turns left to go. Both sides are receiving some reinforcements. The French marching from Leipzig in the upper corner of the map, and the Austrians/Bavarians are getting some to the north along the road there. We'll go through these reinforcements and ramifications when we get to the movement phases. Okay, so checking the army morale levels, the French have got 19 losses and 3 disordered, so their army morale level is 22. And the coalition have got 52 losses and 13 disordered/routed, making their army morale level 65. So they are still demoralised and therefore will be suffering a -1 penalty on all morale checks. Next up is the command check phase. So with Napoleon here, all his leaders within 10 hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. And Friant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Then from there, each of the leaders have a command range for their own units of 6 hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Friant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've inadvertently placed this unit out of command. When Friant advanced last turn, he put this unit out of command. Now Napoleon can take direct command of 3 units. Now I was going to try and do it with these 3 cavalry, but I really would like to get this guy across the Kinzig River. So I think Napoleon at the present moment will take direct command of this unit, and one of those cavalry units will have to be out of command. So just checking to see if Napoleon had an extra special bonus on that ability. No, it's still 3 units. Okay, well, everything else looks like it's within command range. Next up is Cavalry Charges. Now if I look and focus on this section here, where I have the largest of my blocks of cavalry, I could charge here and here, but I'd be crossing this stream, and there's quite a lot of negatives for charging across a stream, so I'd rather not. I'm quite happy with the status quo here at the present moment, because I'm trying to do everything on the other side. So no charges are going to be here, but I'd like to recoup some fatigue. And on the other front, well, as of yet, no cavalry is within engagement range. So effectively, no cavalry charges. Movement phase. Okay. So, as I said, there was no charges here. It doesn't mean I'm not going to move forward and to compress the front. I've also got some batteries here. I'd like to stop bringing those to bear on these cavalry. Now, these are horse batteries, so they have 8 movement points. With 8 movement points, this stream across them +3. So crossing, so 2 to limber, effectively 4 to get into there, 4, 5, 6, then I'm going to unlimber on that side for 7, 8. Which is what I think that battery will do for 8. This battery, now I could bring it down to here, but then I'm taking the risk of these countercharging, because these are like cavalry. So ideally, before I do that move, let's bring some cavalry down here. No. Cavalry and artillery cannot stack. Okay. Alright, so we have an artillery battery. So actually let's move this one first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going into difficult is 2. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. So going back on that will move to there. These are all light cavalry. Actually, I'm quite happy where they are. They don't need to move, so I can recover some fatigue. Okay. Right. Move some infantry up into here. Don't need the skirmishers. Gun battery will move into here. There's 2 to limber, 1 to go into the hex, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5 to unlimber. I actually missed an opportunity fire shot from this battery when I moved from here to here with the infantry and also with the guns going through that hex. So I better take those now. So this gun is firing with 4, 4, 3, minus 1 for the skirmishers, 2. So the shot on my infantry is a miss, and the shot on my gun is also a miss. Yes, opportunity fire, I've got to watch that. It was 2 hexes range. Changing formation or numbering doesn't incur it. So this battery here, 1, 2, 3, if it goes through there, 1, 2. Again, if I move it to there for 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will incur another shot from this, but gun battery, well, I'm going to risk it. 1, 2, 3, as it moves into there. So again, 5 over 2. No, it's a miss. Okay. Alright, so who have we actually got in here? 27. How many actual blokes am I facing there? 3. Land there. Okay. And how many of Victor's troops are in this unit? 31. I'm just seeing if it's worthwhile crossing into here. 31. He's got 3 steps. That gun will then move from there to there, will be firing at full effect. Do I need to be that aggressive? No. I'll remove the skirmisher though. They call in the lights. Right. So that takes me to the movement at the top of the board here. The coalition forces that are coming in here they look like Russians. Definitely not Austrians, and they're definitely not Prussian, and they're actually the Cossacks and partisans. Okay, so it says to enter here, and I've got a cavalry unit here. So if they enter on this particular hex, I could countercharge them straight away. So if I actually stand on the hex, they can move on any adjacent hex, or it says nearest free hex. So standing on the hex means they just come on here and here. But if I'm actually here and they want to come on, well, I can countercharge them and then rout them off if possible, and then they will count against their army limits, which seems a little bit bizarre. So in consultation with Mark, my opponent, I've said to him, okay, should we give him an option that he could actually charge onto the board? I can't read anywhere in the rules that it says you can't charge onto the board. Then I get the option to countercharge, which I might take. My units are of better quality, but he has numbers on his side. He would have a total strength of 18, whereas I'd probably have a strength of 14. So if I send another unit to back them up, then he said he could have 2 options. He could charge on, or he could move on this side of the wood. Okay, with the turns, well, I thought it sort of hinted at turns delay, but I suppose they could have been scouting when they were off board here to arrive here. Giving them full movement, they've got 11 movement down to here, would be catastrophic to me. The last thing I want is actually enemies sitting around here. So I'm going to leave him the option that he can either charge on or move on, and I'm going to give him an extra. So these are going to pull back 1 hex. How many steps do they actually have? Of course, the numbers have been a little bit bigger, and my glass is a little bit stronger. That's unit number 14. Okay, which is the Gardes d'Honneur. And we will send the you know what, I'll leave it with just the one. Fall back 1 hex. So if he wants to charge, I can counter charge at that position there. Or if I go there, he moves, charges on. Because if he charges on, I can't counter. Well, I can counter charge at 1 hex. Yeah, let's leave them there then. So you can either charge on or come on here, or you can come on here, half movement, considering it's not there. So I'll let him make the decision. Half movement here, or he can charge on here, hoping that I can counter charge, or he can advance on and I can counter charge. I've given him options. What that effectively means though is my cavalry have not moved. So hopefully they should be able to recover 2 fatigue each, unless they get fired upon. So just take a little note of that. Okay, so let's pan the camera around a little bit. Let's say now we're moving into centre here. This unit, under the direct command of Napoleon, crosses the Kinzig, which is all their movement. This gun battery gets a shot at 2 hex range. That's a cross. So it's 4, 3. Could I put out the lights beforehand? It's a good question. That is a miss. Okay. Right. Now, Victor himself, okay, who's sitting over here, he's stacked with a guard unit. Guard 05. Guard 05. We could recover a step. They're out of command range, so that's a good point. If they want to move, they need to move towards Friant, which is on this side of the river, which is fine. Let's get them to do that. So Victor himself will move up to go to cover his troops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Might as well stand with those guys. Draw needs to go where his guns are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. There's dice. Right, so this guard unit will flip over for 1. It was facing this way, so when you change formation, your front must be where at least the last 2 fronts were. For one of them must cover the 2 fronts of the line. So that's 1. Then to change facing, if it's your first facing change in a hex, it's 3, so it's still only 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it changed and goes there, 5, 6. This battery is staying here. So I'm actually going to swing it round, start targeting over here. Right, so let's move this camera a little bit. Okay, so the action's over here. Let's move the camera around a little bit, okay, so you can see what I'm sort of trying to do. So I've got 2 free cavalry units here that I would like to get down in amongst this lot. Okay. 2 cavalry units, they can move 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can't get down to the routed units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Get to this one, but not to the rest of them. So my cavalry can't actively engage this turn, but next turn, yes. Okay, we have a gun battery here. So if I bring it to here for 1, crossing the stream, 2, 3, and unload it 4, 5. I'd rather not engage this line. So what we will do, we'll deploy these into line. If I pull out, you'll get a reaction fire, opportunity fire with this gun battery, which I really don't want to happen. So we'll just leave that one there. That leaves 2 units here. Again, if they move in and out, they've got to get a shot at from that battery. We'll be firing at 5, 4 firepower. I'd rather not take needless losses from our guard. However, they can't recover fatigue at the moment because there are 2 units that use their full movement allowance, so they will be unable to recover fatigue. So they'll deploy into line. And move their skirmishers across. The 2 cavalry, 1, 2, crossing the bridge, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now that's 6 to there. What have we got down here? We have some infantry. Morale 18. Morale 18. Unit 18. That's only got 1 step. Unit 33. Just see how many boys are still standing at the colours. 33. Well, there's only 2 steps in total there. Well, I'm not really scared of that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could go 7, 8, 9. When I'm here, And if I move to here, they would be able to fire at me. No, they won't, because that's the direct frontage. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. How did I work out I could get down to these routed guys? So, there is 7. No, I think that will do. Keep them there. Napoleon's got command range of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have to move a little this way, which will start to put those guys on the other flank out of command. He can't be everywhere, can old Napoleon. Now, I don't want these cavalry to go actually more than 5. 2, so they're there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, let's put them back. That way they don't gain any fatigue, because Napoleon's tracking their fatigue. Now I need to keep them in command range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's there. Is where the Emperor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 has got to go. Right, so let's check that for the command range of the other guys. Friant's fine. MacDonald's obviously okay. So Victor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's the maximum extent of. So Mr. Sebastian. I was going to try and get him to recover some guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Sebastiani, he's stacked with unit number 09. Okay, and 11. Yeah, they got step lost. Okay, I think he will stay there. Right, so the earlier sleeves, the reinforcements, which are coming in right on the top board here. Okay, it's a constant stream, 1 unit per turn. Now they can march along this road, and they gain an extra 2 movement points for doing so. I can't see them being that much involved, so they're going to, this is turn 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. We'll get them to here. Turn 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, I put little red markers, and that's by turn 10 they get to here. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if this is totally clear on the other side of the board, they can get to here by turn 11, then they could exit. Actively involved in the engagement, not so much. However, marching them off board, if they can get there, as I managed to get rid of this lot, will gain you some victory points. So let's do that then. And they will accumulate their first fatigue point. Right, there they are. Okay, so ends the movement phase. Right, I'm allowed to recover some steps on good ordered units that haven't moved and are stacked with a leader that was stacked with them at the beginning. So over on the extreme, the flank over here, I've got Sebastiani and Nancelti. Okay, guard unit 11. It's got a few step losses on it. Current morale 11. Nancelti, Sebastiani makes 12, but they are fatigued, so it's 11. I do like you to see all my rolls. Nearly didn't want to come back to the colours. That's one step recovered. This has been doing me most of the favours, is me recovering steps and me making, or trying to ensure that the Austrians and Bavarians can't. So, I don't think it has any losses, no. Nancelti is stepped with unit 12. It has got a step loss, and 13, which has got a step loss, and they'll be on anything but 12s to recover. First unit. It doesn't recover a step. Second unit does. Unit 13. Okay. Twice the regard I've rolled in successive turns. Double six. At least that wasn't testing its morale for running away and such forth. Okay. Napoleon's move. MacDonald can't recover any troops because they're disordered. That's these guys here. So they should be able to recover fatigue because they haven't moved and haven't been shot at. Okay. That will then totally conclude the movement phase because that's done at the end of the movement. Defensive fire. Right. So we have a gun battery here. As I've just recently found out, if you fire down the side of a hex which has a skirmisher in it, it counts as the -1 for blocking it. So he's got 3 possible targets. I think this one will be the most beneficial to him because that's only got 1 step remaining. So 5, 4, through the skirmishers, 3. Three with a 3. Perfect. Okay. This gun battery onto the Imperial Guard, so it's the fire value of 4. Rolls a 3. That's a morale check. Their morale is printed as 11, however they are fatigued, so it's 10. Don't know why, I'm nervous now when I'm taking morale checks for the guard. Blooming heck. There is a pass, but by the hair of his chinny chin. Right, moving the camera. Okay, so we've got the Hanau battery here, firing on here, 4, 3. Oh, 6. That's a step loss on Victor's unit. That's unit 31. So, get me glasses into focus. Yeah, unit 31. Okay. It takes them to the blue, but they've got guns on top of them, boosting their morale. Their morale is 11. Alright, they're fine. Boosted by the guns. And that's defensive fire complete. Okay, I'm going to start offensive fire over this side of the front. Right, so we've got combat tree here 5, 4, 3, 2. This battery 7, 6, 5, 4. So it takes the strength up to 6. That's those two batteries combining on where Fresnel is. Yeah, we'll fire with just that. Just fire with 6. With a 6. Okay, I think that might be 2 steps. Well, in fact, I know that's 2 steps, but not 3. Yeah, I'm going to boost that up to 7, that would have been 3. So there's 2 steps on Fresnel's cavalry. Okay. So the top unit, 05. Okay, so that pushes them into the grey. If you've been watching the previous videos, you know what I mean by that. So then printed morale is 8. Fresnel makes them 9. However, they into the grey makes them 8. Overall demoralisation of the army makes them 7. And actually they're commanded, they are not fatigued. So it's a 7. Shoot us some more. They're fine. Okay. This battery here will fire on these guys. 6, 5, 4, 3. Fire value 3. No effect. Then we've got 2 batteries at the guys across the river. 6, 5, 7, 6. Well, maximum. Oh dear. That's just a morale check. Forgot to bring the powder with them. Just a morale check. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay, so the gun's morale is 8. They're from the reserve. So they're fatigued, so it's 7. So though artillery do not accumulate fatigue, they still got to take the morale on the formation they're from. So it's 8, fatigued, 7, over demoralised, army overall demoralised, 6. There you go. The unit with them, their morale is 6, drops by 2 because they've stepped the now demoralised unit to 4. Overall army demoralisation 3, and their commander, 2nd Division, who's way on the other side of the front, isn't fatigued, so they're on a 3. They go to. Right. Can't go towards enemies, so they can't go here. So it's 2 hexes, so it's 1, 2. Oh, really? Okay. There's a wall here, which is pretty much impassable. Artillery not allowed. Infantry's at +2. So the infantry can go 1. No, it's still going close to that. 2 to there. We're currently in turn 8. 8 marker underneath them. The guns though can't cross the wall, so they're going to have to go 1, 2 to there, with an 8 underneath them. Okay, moving down the front to here. My infantry versus the guns, only got firepower of 1. No. Maybe I should have saved that die roll. Okay. This gun battery here, 6, 5, 4 on that infantry. That's 1 step on unit 23. Their current printed morale is 8. Army demoralisation 7. Their leader, no, he's not fatigued, so it's 7. They buckle. And that was a buckle caused by their army's demoralisation. So 1, 2. 1, 2. This gun battery at the artillery. So it's 6, 5, and the skirmishers, make it back up to 6, they can fire. So it's back to 6. With a 1. Morale check. And their morale, printed is 8, overall demoralisation 7, and part of the reserve, they are fatigued, 6. Take it. And this skirmisher 5 only 1, so these are 6. Little jammy toe rag. Little jammy toe rag. That's unit 30. Takes step loss. Puts him in the grey. Current morale printed is 9. Going into the grey is 8. Army demoralisation 7. But the leader's not fatigued, so they're on 7 morale. Yep, they take it. Okay. That ends offensive fire. Melee phase. Just got the one here. Let's go attacking that gun. Okay. He's unit 39. He's only had a half step. So I fired at him with too much strength on there. Oh well. Can't keep track of everything. Try to. It is a bit tricky. Alright, so that unit of mine, unit 02, has got 2 steps remaining. So it's 4, column 5, that's a melee value of 10. Right, this has got a melee value of 1. 4 to 1 then. Quite a few ones waiting for the French. 4 to 1 with a 1. Well, the gun battery is eliminated. The result is 1 star 1. Now, I'm sure I read something about when you attack guns, you don't take any negatives. Let me check the rules. Now, if I hit them from the flank or the rear, I wouldn't take any losses, but I do. So that gun battery is eliminated. But my guard unit takes a loss, but he will advance into there. Okay. And right, so that was the only melee at this point. Rally phase. Well, the French actually don't have anything to rally as yet. These 2 units are all marked with 7s, so these 3 units. And as we're in turn 8, I can only start rallying those in turn 9. So I can't rally anybody for the French. So the next step is fatigue and fatigue recovery and fatigue accumulation. So France boys, this unit and another unit have moved full movement and they have meleeed, so they gain 2 fatigue. Take them to a total of 8. That's not nice. McDonald's, they didn't move, so they recover 2. Weren't shot or targeted at, so they recover 2. Napoleon's guys did move, but they only moved half, so they don't gain any. Victor's boys moved full, but didn't involve any melee, so they go to 4. These 2 cavalry units didn't move, so they recover 2. So San Sebastiani recovers 2 to 3, and then Salty goes down to 4. Okay, so that will conclude the French. This is the 8th turn. Yeah, the French 8th turn. Well, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed what you're watching, and if you haven't done so already, please click the subscribe button and the like if you've enjoyed what you've seen. Any comments will be much appreciated. Until next time.